Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Jess and I make interior design videos and I mainly use 3D as my medium. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how you can define your own personal interior design style. A while ago, someone actually asked me what my own interior design style was, and honestly, I didn't even know how to define my own personal style. I knew I liked a mixture of different styles, but I didn't have like a clear direction on how to define my style. You're probably thinking like, is it really important to know how to define your style? If you're starting out in design or you are redecorating your home, you might have an idea of what you like, but if you don't have a clear direction, the design might not necessarily turn out how you imagined, or it might not look cohesive. If you have actual words describing what you like, you can actively search those terms to find images relating to what you like. The more you expose yourself to images of the design that you like and you gravitate towards, the more you can actually recreate that look in your home or for your clients. In order to know what you like, you kind of need to know the different interior design styles out there. Let's run through 10 of the most common interior design styles. Contemporary interior design style refers to what is popular at the moment. So contemporary design can change basically every year. Warm neutral colors are so in. I remember when gray was in and cream was out. Now beiges and creams are in and grays are out. We're seeing a lot more arches, curved furniture and accessories, and also incorporating textural and very earthy elements like pottery and forage decor. Big emphasis on bringing the outdoors in by using trees as decor pieces. Overall, the current style is very much an understated, effortless look, balancing curves and straight lines, upcycling old pieces and mixing them with new pieces, and using a lot of textural elements as a statement. Modern interior design comes from the modernism movement and embraces the phrase form follows function, which basically means that the purpose of the space should be the starting point of the design of the space. Modern design is very much clean lines, simple form, minimal decor. Materials mostly used in this period were metal, plastic, glass, concrete, and materials that could be easily manufactured. Mid-century modern interiors use a lot of warm timbers, and the color palette has a lot of earthy hues. The furniture style is a mix of clean lines juxtaposed with organic shapes. There are some pretty famous furniture pieces that have been made famous from this style, like the wishbone chair or the Eames lounge chair. Overall, the interiors tend to be mostly linear in their shapes and forms, streamlined, clean, but with organic elements. Minimalist interiors tend to have open floor plans, clean lines, and a monochrome color palettes. There is minimal furniture that is mainly functional with very simple decor. Overall, minimalist interiors are very uncluttered but are carefully curated so they don't come across as looking empty or cold. Scandi interiors utilize a lot of light timber and natural materials and greenery. The spaces look very clean and furniture items are light and not bulky looking. The use of white is quite prominent in furniture and wall colors, and the spaces tend to be multifunctional. Overall, the interiors tend to come across as fresh, light, and breezy. Industrial interiors tend to be highly dictated by the architecture and architectural elements of the space. They have black factory-style window frames, exposed brickwork, concrete floors and walls, and a loft-type space setup. This style tends to celebrate the natural construction materials and showcase them as opposed to hiding them. The furniture is quite modern with clean, simple lines and minimal decor and fluff. Traditional homes tend to look timeless and quite homey. The layouts are quite structured and symmetrical, and the overall appearance looks like everything is in its place. There are lots of soft furnishings, and the furniture has a lot of upholstered pieces with more detailed woodwork, and they have a bit of that classical feel. These spaces have an understated look about them. They're kind of like fancy, but not in an obvious way. Modern farmhouse interiors tend to have a beautiful rustic charm about them. There's a lot of whites and off-whites, rustic timber finishes in the form of timber beams and even in furniture, organic materials like pottery, and the overall feel is light, cozy yet stylish. The spaces feel practical yet have an edge of sophistication. It's pretty similar to the traditional style where things are quite symmetrical and structured, but the overall feel is a bit more laid back. Boho interiors incorporate a lot of greenery in their spaces. Plants are hung and placed on furniture and stacked together to give it a pretty full, lush look. It incorporates textural wall hanging art, the use of rattan and woven materials, natural colors mixed with bright colors through fabrics and textiles. There's a lot of layering and creative clutter that comes together in a beautiful, harmonious way, which creates that boho look. Eclectic design is basically a mixture of different styles and designs. It could literally be a mixture of like 5 different styles. There are no real sort of rules to eclectic design. It's a very personal style because it would be a mix of whatever your own personal taste would be. It tends to have a lot of bright contrasting colors, textures and decor. Now that I've run through the most common interior design styles out there, you don't have to stick to just one. In fact, it's probably best to not just stick with one type of interior design style. Some of the most amazing designers I follow have at least 2 mixed interior design styles with some design elements. Design elements are words you can use to describe certain elements that aren't an entire interior design style. For example, words like wabi-sabi, luxe, vintage, or it can even be like a specific color palette like warm neutrals or even just one color like black. Shay from Studio McGee describes her design style as transitional, which is a mix between traditional and modern with a rustic touch. You can see it in her furniture choices and a lot of those gorgeous rustic elements. Athena Calderon from Icewind has a beautiful minimal modern aesthetic with organic touches. Her furniture, pieces and decor elements are very sculptural with a neutral color palette. Now it's important to remember that your style can change over the years. You're not stuck with one style forever. And it's probably gonna change as you change and as you develop your sense of design and style. When I started buying my own furniture, it was a lot of Scandi style furniture. As the years have passed, my style has changed and I would describe my style as contemporary modern with focus on organic shapes and textures and black accents. In architecture, I really enjoy the mixture between old and new architecture with focus on sort of industrial style finishes like exposed brickwork, black metal framing, and I love layering it with like greenery like creeper and trees. My best advice when it comes to buying furniture is to buy good quality furniture that's going to stand the test of time regardless of its style. Because if you buy good quality furniture, it's just going to grow in value and your resale value is going to be pretty high compared to if you buy cheaper furniture. So if you are going to buy furniture but you can't really afford to buy good quality furniture, rather wait and save up for those special pieces because it will pay off down the line. Also, expose yourself to the images that you gravitate towards. Go onto Pinterest, find the images that you like, pin them in a board, and then slowly you'll start noticing a pattern of things that you like. You might start noticing like, oh, I actually gravitate towards neutral colors, or I love traditional design because I love the symmetry of it. And once you start noticing a pattern, you are going to be able to put those words together and then you're going to be able to define your design style. And that way, as you're designing for yourself or for a client, you keep referring back to those words and that'll create a very cohesive design. I really hope this video was helpful and I hope that you managed to find some of the words that you're looking for to describe your own design style. Leave me a comment down below, let me know what your design style is, and thank you for watching this video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.